everyone, and happy time zones! It's your bird, Haven the Raven, and welcome to a filler day where we are going to be revisiting some of my old challenge runs in Dark Souls 2. I think I'm actually going to start with Champagne here, which is my Covenant of Champions run. And we're going to see if I can't tackle Sur alone. Sur alone may be a bit of a problem. But at the... Oh my! I forgot to turn down the volume on this. Game options. Where is the volume? Actually, with all of those souls in my inventory... How much... Oh, welcome in, Rowdy. How are you today? I have... Hang on. That is... close to a level. But at the same time, I actually do have quite a bit of intelligence and faith. So... And I don't want to use these souls. You've been in here 5 times in a row. Damn, nice. Welcome in, Pats. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you're ill, Rowdy. I don't think there's anything I can particularly do about that. But I hope you feel better. Ah! We're gonna go to Castle Drangleic. Where is Castle Drangleic? There's Castle Drangleic. Welcome in, Kay. And welcome in, Bats, as well. I believe I said that, but... You were going to do Ornstein and Smough today, but feel like hot garbage. Is feeling like hot garbage better or worse than feeling like cold garbage? Probably worse. Fair enough. That is fair. Come on. There we go. Oh, I was just being a little shit, essentially.
Welcome. Tell me.
I am doing normally, thank you for asking. We're just gonna buy as much as I can on that.
Gone so soon? Be safe on your travels.
Yeah, I was being very silly. So repair powder is going to be kind of a necessity here because I can't clear out Sur Alone's boss fight, or boss run back. Not with Covenant of Champions. Covenant of Champions makes it so that you cannot summon, enemies do not stop spawning, and you have to... and you're dealing with New Game Plus difficulty right out of the gate. Got your plus 12... Okay. Well done, Rowdy. Alright. Interesting thing about this is that because it's a memory, I'm actually on a time limit here. Where... There we go. I have the crown. Okay, ranch is okay. I tend to prefer whatever dressing it is that goes on Rubens. I can't recall the name right now. Hold up. There you are. I don't think I can... Can I... Oh, wait, I can? Haha! Yeah, I genuinely don't understand how some people can eat anything with everything. Can I get a nice backstab? No. No backstab for me. You want to watch later boss fights after them? You're doing Ornstein first, since he's erratic. Ornstein is always erratic, but he can be looped if you know what you're doing. If you... And obviously, this is better... You're better off doing this with a ranged option than with melee, but you can stand behind a pillar, and certain pillars, if you position it right... He will just continually hit with lightning, because he'll do his ranged option, while you can pepper him with your own spells, or a bow. There's pretty much no risk to that. Come on, you. Oh. That could have gone poorly. 195 might not be enough arrows. You can try, though. Well, I'm pretty sure the big guy sells arrows. Nice try, dude. If you're careful, it is also perfectly... Oh dear. Feasible to just run back to Andre. As long as you don't rest at any bonfires, you're fine. Come on. Oh my. Damn it. This guy's a... Okay, I probably shouldn't have tried to fight that one in ranged. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Do what you have to. Do what you have to. Well, that could have gone better. Oh, hey, Mental! Hello! Thank you so much for the lurk. Yeah, keep in mind, this is only part 1 of the Alone run back. There's a reason I didn't really want to do this on my first go-through. Yeah, I personally find Smough to be the tougher fight. And less enjoyable. Yep. Which the Leo ring, I believe, is the one that, you were concerned about because you'd heard it was terrible. Which it's not, but... Oh, the sacrifice ring... Ring of Sacrifice is actually really good. Because the Ring of Sacrifice will break when you die. Yeah, there's a mandatory death in Dark Souls 1 unless you can manage a rather annoying skip. If you can manage to skip, then you don't have to worry about... Oh dear. Yeah, that's fair. Without the skip, you have deal with the mandatory death, which could also leave you cursed. So make sure that after you beat ONS, you always have a purging stone on you. Well, you have 4 more sections of main game. Yeah, very few individuals actually like the cursed status. Baby Black Knights, fair enough. That's fair. I don't think Curse stacks anymore with the remake. I think Dark Souls Remastered actually removed the stacking of the Curse. Okay. Be careful with that. The cheaper ones, I think, tends to have lower stock. Or, well, less in stock. Could be wrong. Yeah. He has less. But that limited stock is cheaper. Makes sense to me. Okay. 3 more. Come on, follow me. Oh no. Yeah, purging stones aren't cheap regardless. You should only potentially need 1 for the main story. If you get unlucky, you might need more though. And there's actually some builds in the original Dark Souls, I believe, where being cursed is actually beneficial to it. Yep. There is something called the Red Tearstone Ring in the game. It's in Valley of the Drakes, I believe. Oh no. And that stacks with Power Within. However, in order to get the maximum benefit of stacking Power Within with those 2 of stacking Power Within with the Red Tearstone Ring, because Red Tearstone Ring only buffs your damage at low health, you need to have something called you need to have a specific shield that drops from a single enemy in the area behind Pinwheel. That single... you only have 1 chance per playthrough to get that shield. But if you do... Yeah, no, it's a shield that restores like 1 or 2 health every second or something like that. Not 1 or 2%, 1 or 2. In order to make full use of that, you need to have as low health as possible. Which is most easily achieved by picking a starting class with low health, not leveling health at all, and then getting cursed on purpose. Oh my. Well, lovely start. Yeah, that can be a bit of an issue, can't it? I guess I can try running through to Sir alone. The problem with Sir alone is really the run back. It takes forever. The crazy part is, there's bosses in the other games that I don't tackle. Because don't feel like tackling the boss. This game exclusively has bosses I don't tackle because they're, okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. Their runbacks just suck. Sif can actually be your first boss out of the asylum if you know what you're doing. I went up the wrong I did the wrong thing. I think it is technically possible to get past the Sir alone run back without killing everything. But, oh dear. It's rough. Hello, I'm hitting run. How did I do that? Oh dear. Yep. You're sitting up and you wonder if it'll become a problem. Most likely. Honestly, if laying down made you feel better, just don't stream today. Alright. You don't need to open the door at all, actually. If you're comfortable with this, or have already gone and tackled the Hydra. Or if you're comfortable with avoiding the Hydra or have already killed it, you can actually, go through Darkroot Basin, and there's actually a ladder there. Damn it. Like, every other Souls game, if there's a boss I don't want to tackle, it's because it's the boss I don't want to tackle. This is the only one where the bosses aren't really the problem, it's the fucking runbacks. Wait, did I seriously never even unlock Frigid Outskirts? Hold up, let's go rectify that. Let's rectify that. I do have the Lois key, don't I? Please tell me I have the key. Jewela, Giants, Bastille, Cops, Iron Keep, Cove, Gutter. Ah! Yeah, fuck that. Let's go try that. Give this a few more attempts and then pivot into Soup. Soup has actually defeated more bosses than Champagne has. You had the key to open the door. Already grabbed that one. Okay. Oh my. Come on, Champagne. There we go. Need to be careful because I just almost died. Oh my. I forgot how to get out of the... Oh dear. Okay, yeah, let's pivot into Soup. Soup can at least clear out runbacks, and this is supposed to be a break. Honestly, there isn't anything in the base game that's that bad. Even Iron Keep, as long as you're methodical, is not terrible. But the DLCs are rough. Yeah, I hope that, everything goes well, Rowdy. Yes, soup is ladles. Soup is ladles. Well, it is on YouTube, so you can go see the entire thing if you want. Alright, I believe I just need to follow the left wall. Although I may have gone the wrong direction. I went the massively wrong direction. Okay. Yeah, I went the complete opposite direction. Oh my. Nice try. I'll collect that. I have no reason to, but I will do it anyway. Ow! Hello, Soup. Soup, you can run. Yeah, I don't see a left wall either. Oh, wonderful. There's two of them now. There's a reason Broom Tower is my favorite of the DLC areas. Even with the Surlon run back, like, Frigid Outskirts is just something else. Okay, so I need to find... Oh, pick up item. Hold up. Aha! Come on. Cool. Oh dear. I believe these stupid reindeer are actually on a timer for when they spawn, so... Gotta be careful and just keep going straight. Just keep running. I can't see anything. Oh my. Oh my, welcome back, Rowdy. Shoot, I don't know where I'm going. I lost track of my spot. No! Ah! Okay, where? I was right next to the cliff, too. That sucks. Alright, so I hit that and I just keep going straight, essentially. Possibly slightly to the left, but mostly just straight. Yeah, there is a reason that I don't tend to do frigid outskirts. I don't like frigid outskirts. But hey. Compared to yesterday, at least FromSoft puts effort into just completely and utterly screwing you over. Hold up, did I go the wrong way? I might have gone the wrong way. Fuck. And I am lost. Wonderful. How did I end up over here? Get out of the coffin. Essentially just go left. Got it. Left. Left. Left, 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 hi! Are you kidding me? I was out here too long and ended up just running across two reindeer spawns, it looks like. Unfortunate. It actually is unironically fun. A little aggravating, and there's no guarantee that I'll actually wind up winning today. But fun. Left, 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 left. I might have gone the wrong way. Hold up, actually. Let's go back. Because I came out of this coffin right here. And if it was left earlier, does that mean it's right now? It's right now, okay. Leave the coffin, go right. Yeah, and there's no bonfires here, by the way. You die to the boss, and you have to go through the frigid outskirts again. Nice try. I'm heading for that door. The ruins can be used to... Oh dear. Kind of break it up. Alright, so we go... Take a right as soon as we hit that. Damn it. Ah! Unfortunate. Would you believe me if I said that this is actually better than Elden Ring's Consecrated Snowfield? Like, sure, the entire area has the bullshit mechanic with the snow. But at least with frigid outskirts... Or wait, no. Left. It's... There's nothing here. Traversal can be a little annoying, but at the end of the day, it's pretty much just a walk. Unfortunate. Oh, I went way off. With Consecrated Snowfield, I think there's actual, oh shit, stuff hidden in the snowstorm. And the snow doesn't actually... abates at any point. Damn it! So in spite of everything, you are actually just running around completely blind. Whereas with Frigid Outskirts, there's literally nothing here. You can walk past literally everything and not miss much. So I guess Consecrated Snowfield is better to run through, but actually getting everything out of it, I'll take Frigid Outskirts every day. That said, this is still probably the worst run back in the game. Well, this or the damn... Oh dear. Where did I even go? Well, I am completely lost. I don't really want to mess with the reindeer at the moment. They are tanky. Oh hey, I found a wall. Not that it helps me, but I found a wall. Oh my. Hello? I was trying to heal. It's not even like I have low stats. By the nature of this run, I have 36 and everything, so my agility's actually pretty damn high. My agility is actually pretty high, so I don't know. Left. We just go left. Okay. I should actually be able to just keep going straight. Oh man. Okay. Ran straight into that one, but I think that just saved me. I no longer know where I am, but that's fine. Ah! Oh, hey. I know where I am now. And I ran right into another one. Oh my. Where am I and where am I supposed to be going here? Found it. They can follow me all they wish. I don't think they actually can cross this point. The throne. I think technically they work, but I wouldn't really. I don't tend to trust the consumables in that game. Really? Oh my. Welcome in, Leonidas. Welcome in. How are you today? Oh my. I'll read chat in a minute. Can't exactly do that while I'm losing to a cat. Ah! Yep. Make that pair of cats. Oh, thank you for the bits, TJ. Oh my. Damn it! That was not fair. I got locked in. I have no idea how many arrows you'll need for Ornstein, Rowdy. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Leonidas. We have 20. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea how many you'll actually end up needing. Oh my gosh. You're not actually captive, TJ. You can leave at any point. I can't believe I just lost to a pair of cats. I believe the maximum amount of each kind of arrow you can hold in the original Dark Souls is 999. Left! Yes, more bitch kitties. There's actually 3 of them in this DLC. The Frigid Outskirts houses a reskinned. Are you kidding me? I hit dodge. You went the wrong way. Okay. There we go. Well, I don't know where I'm going, but it's an adventure nonetheless. I don't know where I'm going. Define plane. Because there's a bunch of different arrow types in the game. Super, okay, if you'll give me a minute, I can boot up the original Dark Souls when I'm done with this attempt and we can look at the arrow types. Today's filler anyway, so I don't mind. Oh dear. I don't mind doing informative segments. Oh my. I hope this is a success too. What do you mean by excuse? Ah, the enemy. Fair enough. I think I just won the entire perimeter of the Frigid Outskirts or something. Hello? Alright. Yeah, today's filler anyway, so I don't mind doing an informative segment. Just let me put up a BRB screen real quick. And I'm also going to revisiting challenge runs. Oh dear. Plus DS1 run advice. I'm just gonna swap the thing to games and demos because yeah. Done. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did all of the artwork currently on my channel is stuff I did. Oh dear. A while back, before I actually had a legit overlay even. I wasn't able to do a lot of the cool stuff I wanted to early on with streaming. Oh, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Give me one moment as well, because I actually need to swap over the game if we're going to do an info segment. Welcome back, Rowdy. We are also pretty much back here. I'm going to have to turn down the volume on this game as well. Alright, I think I actually collected the most stuff with my default character. Thank you. Alright, so first of all, we're going to go into the options, and we're going to turn the music down a little bit. What kind of build was I rocking? Anyway, so you see how many different kinds of arrows there are? I believe I do have... Why do I have a magic longbow? Whatever, it'll it'll do. So... Oh, I already have. Alright, so I have the standard and the feather arrow equipped. I believe... Okay, yep. That's how you do that. So, if I were to aim, and I'm gonna try not to get a headshot on purpose. 132. Headshots can mess up the damage calculations, so I deliberately avoided that. 132, and that was with the feather arrow. And then with this... Oh, whoops. Oh, okay, it's both bottom triggers. 127. So the different arrow types actually have different damage multipliers. Andre does not have that one. Wait, why do I have red tear stone? Oh, right. I know why I have red tear stone. Okay. Where is... Let's do that. So yeah, the different arrows all have different multipliers, and with the elemental arrows, you're gonna want to check those as well because they will all have different values as well. Andre... I can't remember who has what arrow type. I genuinely can't remember who has what arrow type. Hold on. I pretty much just use whatever arrows I can pick up off the floor. But the blacksmiths always... Or, well, both Andre and the giant blacksmith have arrows. That much I do know. Do that. He has poison, big arrow, and other ones. Okay. I mean, clearly they're not that annoying for me at this point. This character I think is a New Game Plus. I can't remember if I went to New Game Plus or New Game Plus 2 here. Purchase. Standard, large, wooden... Okay, yeah, standard, large, and wooden. Large actually have the highest damage output, I believe, but they are also the ones with the worst range. Thank you for the lurk, Leonidas.
Go and get yourself.
So whenever you're doing a bow build, obviously go with a bow that you can actually use properly. I don't know why my bow is a magic longbow. I'm not going to question it. I think my scythe is an occult scythe for some reason. Yeah, occult great scythe. I don't know why I did that. I apparently had something I wanted to prove or something. Oh, add void. Okay. Anytime you're picking anything, remember that the damage does actually... Yeah. Alright, are you back from the ads, Rowdy? Rowdy, are you back? Or no? Oh, the browser, oof. I'm going to assume you're back, so we're just gonna run through sense real quick. Because while I could fast travel, this is probably more interesting. There we go. There we go. Drink here. Get back on the computer but add void. Fair enough. That's fair. That's not a smart thing to do if you're just starting the game, but if you've got the health I do, you can literally just run. Really. Can't remember. I believe this one I have to actually just run all the way through. Yeah. Goodbye. Oh, pfft. I messed up. I forgot. You're on the phone now. Fair enough, fair enough. I don't actually remember what I have and haven't done in Anor Londo. I was trying to check the top of sends, but this is probably faster. I think I killed Gwendolyn? Yep, I definitely killed... or at the very least... Oh yeah, I definitely killed Gwendolyn. I definitely killed Gwendolyn. So I'm just running around to the different shops I know that sell arrows and seeing what can be found. After that, I'm considering actually going through and starting a new file real quick, just so that I can show you where some of the stuff I was talking about is if you want to go grab it. Also, did you get the serpent ring from Sens? Google is not always the most reliable, especially when I am literally at the bottom of the staircase. Always better to have an actual verification. Like, there's actually some things in this game that I remembered that weren't on the wiki. So it is always better to check. Really? Down here we go. Turn, and again. One last time. Purchase. Moonlight Arrow, Dragon Slayer, Standard, Large, Feather. Okay. Dragon Slayer Arrow, I think, is going to actually be a bit of a, I think those might be great arrows. I think the Dragon Slayer arrows are great arrows. Hang on. Yep, great arrow. Don't get the Dragon Slayer arrows. Not unless you have a great bow. If you have a regular bow, fine. If you don't... They actually... So Moonlight arrows do 80 magic damage. Dragon Slayer do 100. Standard is 45. Large is 60. Feather is 50. So yeah, large arrows are generally speaking the best. But... that is only if you can manage to get... The large arrows, if you're close enough, which in the ONS... with the ONS fight you will be, are worth it. Alright, we're gonna delete that file for a second. I don't care. Actually, wait, no, I'm gonna want to start. Yeah, I think I'll just start regular there. Master key. Oh, back on laptop. Nice. Hello? There we go. Large arrows should be fine. However, they have the worst range. The range on those is the worst in the entire game. And it's not even close. Short bows are fine. Short bow or long bow. Either will work. Large arrows are just also really good for that. Or short bow and long bow work. It's the great bow that you gotta be careful with because the great bow has the alternate stuff. Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing here, Asylum Demon. Goodbye. Let's do that. Nothing here. Short bow and long bow will both use standard arrows. It's the great bow that won't. Or great bow and crossbow. Crossbow will only use bolts. And... okay, so now that I've done that... I never use a shield, so why bother? Hello. I don't have time for your monologue, so we're gonna do that. Forgot that didn't go directly into the inventory. So there's 3 things I'm going to be picking up here. Or, well, there's 2 things I'm gonna... You already know where Power Within is, so I don't need to show you that. But I will actually be picking up the Red Tearstone Ring, the Gravelord Sword, and, defeating Pinwheel. I'll go back to Dark Souls 2 or something else afterward. Oh my. Well, the Gravelord Sword is just because I'm going to be heading down to Pinwheel anyway. And that makes it so that I don't really have to mess around with... the Black Knight Halberd or anything like that. Yeah, let's just leave. Can't believe the Asylum Demon hit me. I've gotten sloppy. How much strength do I need to two-hand that again? I forget. Yeah. Moving on. We're gonna go... Hello? I just want like 53. That works. That works. That 100% works. And then I'll collect the rest of the stuff from around Firelink and move on. Which one of you bastards? I can't remember how much I actually need for that. But I will go around, collect everything at Firelink, just so that I can almost guarantee that I can use Gravelord. This isn't a challenge run, this is mostly just a guide on where some key items are, so while I'm picking stuff up for survival, I'm not really all that concerned with anything. This character, I have named him Del Ite, and that is a key thing to name the characters that I plan to delete. Okay, where was... There it is. Made for tutorial purposes, exactly. This character is getting deleted, so I don't mind if I soft lock myself. Do-do-do-do. Yeah. You want me to show you how to do binoculars with the Drake and the crossbow. Okay. Or, yeah, crossbow with the binoculars. I admittedly haven't messed around with that too much. I normally just don't even bother with crossbows. Admittedly, I don't remember quite where I pick up a crossbow. I don't remember where I can immediately pick up a crossbow, so I'll have to go into one of my other files and see. It's fine. I was trying to get back to the fire anyway, and I don't care about 17 souls. Or, well, more accurately, I was trying to get back to this area, because there's a couple things over here. Yeah, it's only 17 souls. I'm not concerned about 17 souls. There we go. And actually, I think I missed one more thing up here. My, I am a disaster today. Of all the things I could have forgotten, this right here. I went up the elevator and everything. I don't think I really need it, but I'm gonna grab the Firekeeper's Soul in New Londo. partially to show you where it is, because that's a really quick grab. And partially... because I think it might actually be useful to have against a pinwheel. Please note that I actually intend on dying here, so I will be sending the thing back up. I will be sending the, Did you get... I don't think you got the Firekeeper's Soul. I will be very surprised if you actually got the Firekeeper's Soul. Because the Firekeeper's Soul is over here. And I'm pretty sure you've said that you try to avoid Ghost Town. Or was that someone else? Oh, I went past it. Try not to fall here. Yeah, early game especially, you're pretty much guaranteed to die there. But that is a Firekeeper Soul you can get literally as soon as you leave the asylum. Nothing else required. Exactly. I do not care about... I acknowledge, especially with my challenge runs, that I'm going to die a lot early game. I just try to make sure that... yeah, that area is rough. That area is the New Londo Ruins is definitely rough. But it is worth going through if you've got... Or, well, it's worth at least getting the Firekeeper's Soul. Why did I jump? That Firekeeper's Soul can be a massive boon early game. I'm going to skip over all of the loot in this area and just book it for the bonfire at the moment. I will actually be coming back down here, though. Reason I'm going to be coming back down here is because one of the things I want to show you is down here. Everybody jumps off the rafters at least once when they're playing the original Dark Souls. Everybody jumps off the rafters at least once. It's a rite of passage. Welcome back, Kay. I don't know what your thing was, but... Oh dear. Damn it. And this is why I sent the elevator back up. I thought that thing was going to do a melee attack because I was just out of reach. I misread that. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, the drakes are actually really aggressive. Oh, I know the cave right there has a humanity. I found that, I think last time I did a challenge run, I was like, wait, since when does this exist? Yes, but there's something else over here that I want to show you because it's kind of important. Thank you, Dark Souls. Glad I got... my character didn't even flinch or anything, so I'm glad I was keeping an eye on the health bar. Just running up here, don't mind me. I feel like I should note, I'm not actually coming up here for the Black Knight Halberd. I'm going to be skipping past that for the sake of time. Because that Black Knight can be a little annoying. And I don't particularly feel like grinding right now. So. Oh, welcome in, Luck. Welcome in. I started today off doing, returning to some of my Dark Souls 2 challenge runs, and then pivoted into Dark Souls 1 because I wanted to show Rowdy some things. So the first major thing here... Should I send it? I don't think it matters. Is this bridge. This bridge is a problem. I'll click this one here. But you're gonna book it for this ladder and you're gonna want to go up. The drakes can't actually hit you once you get up past a certain point on this ladder. So it is safe. Though it might not look it. And there's the red tearstone ring. Now, what makes the red tearstone ring so important is that it boosts your attack, or boosts your damage while the ring is low. Or while your health is low. I think it's once you hit like 30% health or something like that, you get like a 20% damage boost. If you're willing to be at a, quite frankly, ridiculous amount of low health, then that ring is worth it. As you can see that purple icon? That purple icon shows when the, or only shows up when the red tearstone ring actually activates. I had no souls, I don't care. Later. I genuinely don't remember where I can find a crossbow. Does anybody in chat remember? I never use crossbows, so it's not something that gets logged in my brain. Leonidas was here... I'm not even joking, Kay. I think you can scroll up in the chat. I think you can just scroll up in the chat, but Leonidas was here earlier. Yeah, you missed him 2 days in a row. I believe he's lurking right now. Yeah, I think you were asleep when he came in. Hey, that's a plus, Rowdy. Why do I have one singular soul? Andre, your tenant's blocking the stairs again. I don't know what my dog is barking at, and the rest of my family can deal with that. Actually, wait, does he sell a crossbow?
Well, I'll be seeing you that beacon. Well, you need it.
He sells boats, but they're bolts, not boats, but there's no crossbow here.
I'll be seeing you that.
I could have sworn there was someone early on that sold a crossbow. Oh well. But with that little side path done, let's head back to Firelink and then down to Pinwheel. You already know where you can get cursed if... Oh dear. Merchant by the spear enemies. Oh, an undead bird. That might be it. That might be it. I can check that real quick before I head down into the catacombs. I can go check that real quick. First things first, though, I am going to rest at the bonfire. Rowdy, I do know what I'm doing with the routing. So we're gonna head up to the undead merchant. I'll buy what I can from him, and then we'll test out the crossbow thing. Oh my. We are going to put on... Where's the grass crest? There it is. Come on. Yep, you can get to +2 insanely quickly with this game, which does help a lot for both, well, for both beginners and challenge runners. I think speedrunners tend to skip over that Firekeeper soul, though. The one that I just got in New Londo. Alright, did I go get what was... Yes, I did. Okay, cool. I have the red tearstone ring equipped, but I'm not particularly comfortable exploring at low health, so I'm healing. That's pretty much a boss fight only scenario. Because if you're in red tearstone range, you're in one-shot range. Unless you have, like, completely maxed out health, if you're in red tearstone range, you can get one shot. Even then, there's a chance. Nice try. And Rowdy, you remembered the jump here, right? For if you need it again? Okay, cool. If you didn't, I was going to demonstrate. Why did I log on? Yeah, there's only a couple that I really want to learn as far as jumps and stuff. There's one that lets you skip Quelaag, but you have to do it twice. And that one I would like to eventually learn, but not right now. Purchase crossbow. You have a short bow. Not my fault. You have a crossbow and not what I'm looking for. Or sorry, you have a short bow and not what I'm looking for. You like the Quelaag fight with Mildred? Well, yes, but I'm considering doing a pyromancy only challenge at some point, and I'm going to have to learn that skip in order to get past Quelaag, because half of the stuff in that area is actually immune to fire. Well, actually, it might be over here, which would require me being back up there. I'm just trying to find a crossbow so I can show Rowdy how the binoculars work. Or, well, how the crossbow works with the binoculars. You could have sworn you saw one early on to purchase. I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but... Actually, wait, did you join Alvina's Covenant? Forest Hunters, I believe it was. There we go, crossbow. just to make sure I still got it. Oh. Too far to the side. But I might as well collect the souls while I'm here. Oh dear. Yep. You hide behind a pillar and you shoot him in the face. He will loop himself. He'll just stay stuck, essentially, on one attack. He can, and that's where a little bit of RNG is required. Welcome back, Rowdy. There we go. I proved I can still do that, so I don't care. Sure, that's a lot of souls, but I've got more in my inventory. I was just curious at that point. Alright, so now binoculars and crossbow. Let's see if I remember how this works. I should have healed. That was entirely on me. Alright, I'm gonna two-hand it. Okay, so it's not traditional aiming, I don't think. Like, you don't get the crosshair. However, you can position your camera using the binoculars. So let's see if I can't manage. It was a little too high because you can see. Yeah, it's tricky. I don't think you actually get the crosshair with the binoculars. I could be wrong, though. I think it's just... I know people have managed it before. I'm just not good at that because I don't use it very much. We're gonna use all the souls. Yeah, you don't get the crosshair. Some people are better at aiming with that than I am, because you can actually use the binoculars for that. We're gonna do that, and then we're just do 1 point in health because I can. And now it's off to Pinwheel. Or, well, off to the Gravelord Sword. The big thing was honestly the Red Tearstone Ring, because even if you aren't doing a hyper mode build, that could be helpful. The tail is huge with the Drake. And yeah, it is. But it is also thin. It's long, but it's thin. And it's that thinness that can cause problems. just gonna run. Get out of my way, Skelly. Yeah, just kill me. I'm not gonna bother with that bonfire. This run back isn't painful enough to bother with the bonfire, really. Did I ever shoot off? It really isn't. Not what I meant to do, but oh well. Oh dear. That could have gone bad. Your first run for the Gravelord, you... Oh, okay. Keep in mind here, Rowdy, I started this playthrough of Dark Souls 1 that I'm going to be deleting like an hour ago. This is 1 hour in and I'm going for Gravelord. 1 hour in, then I'm going for Pinwheel. I think I dropped down here. Oh, I messed up there. My foot betrayed me. Oh well. I don't know why I ran in a circle there. I actually did a Dark Souls 1 run, if you want to check that one out. The Mask of the Child run. Magnifico and I talked about it a little bit on our Bloodborne stream a couple days ago. That run required me beating Pinwheel first. I had to do Pinwheel first for like 4 runs in a row in one stream just to get the damn mask that I needed. Think about that for a second. 4 Pinwheels in one stream. Hello, Mr. Banu. How are you today? You. Come on. Oh. There we go. I just noticed the pain wheel, by the way, Mr. Banu. Nice pun. And then in we go. And we just wait. But as I was saying, Rowdy, this run back really is not that bad. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. You're welcome. You're welcome. I was honestly hoping that... I'm still going to continue with this just because of, hopefully when you're you can rewatch the VOD and see this. Just a sneak peek at Tomb of the Giants. Okay, I should have enough to at the very least wield it, even if I don't have enough to... Yeah. Okay, and now... Nope, there's one thing that... No, you're fine. A sneak peek of the Tomb of the Giants will be... Oh, dear. We're gonna do that. I didn't realize that the Titanite Demon was going to just spawn back in on top of me. Less so when you know where you're going. But more importantly, there's actually a location that I think you should be made aware of within the Tomb of the Giants. Okay, now do I go left or right? I can never remember. I believe it's right. Okay, yep, that happened. Oh well. You cannot watch a car is picking you up. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so we're gonna just take out Pinwheel real quick, and then... If I die, I die. I don't care. There we go. Literally just went with that. Are you kidding me? Motherfucker, the one time I don't want the Mask of the Child, I get the Mask of the fucking Child. Oh, that's annoying. So, yeah, typically you want to go in here with a light source. But there's a couple locations where it's fine. Whee! Down we go. Alright, cool. And then the ladder's over here. Keep in mind, if you come down here before before you get the Lord Vessel, don't, is my recommendation. Just do not rest at the bonfire. Do not rest at the bonfire. There's two things I'm gonna grab in here. The first, or well, technically 3, but only 2 that really matter. I tend to do this place with a torch or something. Oh my. Yep. Just, yep. There's a ring and a bonfire, and then I'll kindle that second bonfire. I'm stuck down here anyway. This character is done for. Really, I haven't quite locked myself, but I've essentially soft locked myself, if you know what I mean. What? Because those things just do that much damage. Just trying to get... There we go. Shoot. Crap. Okay, fine. I'll do the patches thing to get the, skull lantern. Because patches is since... yep, okay. I can and have done this place in the dark, but it is not really the greatest. Mask of the Child does the same thing as the Grass Crest Shield, so that is a little bit of...
No, there's a...
There we go. Large soul, where's the Skull Lantern? There we go. Skull Lantern gives you some light. I can make it through the Tomb of the Giants without it, but it's been a while. There's actually a section of Tomb of the Giants. Honestly, I don't... The one thing that really prevents me from thinking I'll ever attempt this run or attempt to speedrun this game is... Or, well, there's two things. The first is Tomb of the Giants, the second is New Londo. Ah, dang it. New Londo, I absolutely despise. I don't like having to plan around the Four Kings, but I have to plan around the Four Kings anytime I do a run of this game. Unless I manage to get that wrong warp thing down eventually. We'll see. Damn it! Okay. Down here somewhere, there is a serpent ring, a second bonfire, and an invasion. Ah, dang it. This is supposed to be a relatively chill filler day, despite the fact that I was going through challenge runs, so I'm just going to mention it. Down here, I just got the skull lantern. The skull lantern will help you a lot. Because having a light source down here is absolutely huge. But there's also a second thing, and I'm actually going to quit out so I can show where that is located. There's a second light source in this game. It is called the Sunlight Maggot. We're just going to delete my poor, unfortunate guy there. And I think I can actually just go rush it with tartar sauce. Or, well, maybe not rush it, but... Why am I here? Might be worthwhile to... Okay. Why am I here? Souls are completely useless to this character because he is as high up as I can get him. I forgot that I was in Darkroot, and I don't know why. But this is the build of the child character. This absolute troll. Those two miracles that I have equipped are just mean. And then what rings do I have equipped at the moment? Oh, right. Ninja flip. Ninja flip and stamina regen. Why are any of us here just a... Sheesh, Banu! But Rowdy, I don't know if you're still listening. Later on, you are going to have to deal with Tomb of the Giants, so I'm trying to go quickly to... Hold up, do I even have Sunlight Maggot? I might actually have that on me. No, it's not on me at the moment. I'm not going to be answering that one. I genuinely don't remember what I did in New Game Plus with this character. I don't think I did much. I certainly didn't go... Sens is open. Did I rush Quailag or something? Existence is pain. Oof. Hang on. What? How far did I... Okay, I don't have warp, so I guess we're just gonna go do Sens real quick? I genuinely don't remember... yeah, I think I killed her in this run. I would have had to, because otherwise getting in here would require the Sens skip. Thank you, good sir. Just do that. Actually, Ninja Flip might be faster. Almost made it. Oh well. I know O&S was actually a pretty big roadblock for me this run. But if I can go get Sunlight Maggot legit, that's great. Clearly I didn't do Iron Golem. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I already killed Quelaag in this run. Because otherwise the gate to Sens would be closed. Keep in mind this is New Game Plus, so I would have had to do that anyway. But I think what happened was I tried to see how far I could get and on New Game Plus and just decided to rush Quelaag and Gargoyles. This is the run that I had to kill multiple pinwheels for, by the way. Alright, I don't want to deal with you throwing. Your balls around. I changed the game category to games and demos. Did it swap it back to Dark Souls 2? Because I was actually doing Dark Souls 2 earlier. Yeah, okay, because I had it at games and demos because I've done multiple games today, so. All right. Yep, okay. I'm just trying to get to a point where I can go grab Sunlight Maggot. At this point, because Sunlight Maggot is in Izalith. It's past Quelaag, and Rowdy might want to know about that. Because while Skull Lantern works, it's less convenient than just having something on your head that constantly emits light. But I was doing Dark Souls 2, and then Rowdy had some questions about Dark Souls 1, so I pivoted. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next Thursday, though. Well, I had 2 runs in progress with that one. The first was a Covenant of Champions run. And the second was Ladles. Leonidas? No. The answer to that one is just outright no. Because the only community game I have is Fall Guys, and I can't... That is better as a big old collab, not just a community game thing. But if it was a big old collab, that would be Cosmic Bonfire, and that wouldn't really be my channel. I could technically go back to Chalices and Bloodborne, but I try to save that for for October. All right. In Anne Orlando. Let's rest and then move on. I'm not saying that Fall Guys isn't going to happen at some point in the future and more community games aren't going to happen at some point in the future, just that's not a next week thing. I try to have anything with Cosmic Bonfire, I try to get people to schedule like a week in advance. But I have a couple of options for what I can do next Thursday. I can start a challenge run, take a break from first playthroughs. I can continue my first playthrough of The Witcher 3. I can start a first playthrough of Celeste. Or, because we're going to be, at some point this weekend, going to a used game store to see if we can find any, or we can salvage anything cool before there's no more discs. I could give one, or if I find anything cool there, I could give it a try. Oh, there's also Terraria. I keep forgetting we have Terraria. Like, on disc, we have Terraria. I keep forgetting about that, actually. Whee! Ah. My poise wasn't enough. A shame. hell down! That's not how this works! So yeah, whatever I end up actually do for my run next Thursday will be finalized on Sunday, I think. Or whenever we get back from the used game store. I'm considering actually doing an Amalur challenge run. That's relatively chill. Or that'll be relatively chill, because Amalur is not a hard game. But it will still be a challenge run, because I won't be playing the game as it's intended. Oh, yeah. Leonidas, Kay was just complaining that he keeps missing you. Up the ladder we go. Then we cross the rafters. We wait for that to fall. There we go. Ah, crap. Okay. Okay, don't cartwheel or don't ninja flip on the rafters. Oh boy, I'm literally just trying to get to a point where I can fast travel at this point. Because I want to show Rowdy roughly where... If I can't manage it within like the next... If I can't get past to this section within the next like 10 minutes... with me, that actually varies by day, Leonidas. Whee! Up we go! Tartar sauce, don't you dare fucking fall. Hello? What do I have maxed out that you won't let me pick up? What? Okay, medication really shouldn't... really doesn't dictate that. Or, well, it can dictate your drive, but not what you're attracted to. damn it. Okay, okay, okay. I can work with this. I can work with this. Oh dear. Just gonna go up through here. Over here. Ninja flip my way across this bridge. Kay, are you alright? Get back here. Get back here. Maybe. Oh dear. If it's any consolation, Kay, and I realize how strange this sounds, everyone has a butt. It might not be a big one, but they exist. I probably just made it worse, didn't I? Okay. Come on. There we go. Chat got awfully quiet. Should I be concerned? Rest here. That's never a good thing. There we go. There we go. Ah! Nope. Aha! There we go. Wanted to try that for a while, actually. Spartan is off. Fair enough, fair enough. Have an excellent day, Leonidas. Am I getting numed? What do you mean that didn't hit? Nice try. That could have gone better. But it also could have gone worse, so... Oh no. Oh dear. I hit dodge. Hello? I'm literally just trying to get the Lord Vessel so I can point out where the thing spawns. I don't know if having a more complex sexuality than me is possible, but cool. Okay, so I gotta start from like here. That is not what I meant to. Tartar sauce. Tartar sauce why? I don't know how to take that question, honestly. And I believe Leonidas did actually troll me earlier this week. Damn it! Ornstein! Sarcasm doesn't suit you. What? I am getting completely and utterly screwed here. Oh no, I'm aware that you barrel. Honestly, you both could be a lot worse. I'm just saying that it did still happen. Okay, let's see here. fine, fine. Fine, I'll take care of you before I go up the stairs. I've learned my fucking lesson. Sheesh. Not allowed to use my shield for 5... Wait, what do you mean by that? Hold up, are you saying that I'm not allowed to use my shield for 5 minutes? Is that what this is? No shield, okay. I pretty much only used it for parrying, so I just won't click parry. The whole reason... Okay. Ah! Really? Come on. Tartar sauce? Thank you. Five minutes, and pretty much no parries, because I never actually use this shield for anything else. I can work with that. Tartar sauce is this character. Really? Come on. How do I... I'm not sure... Hello? That would be more of a build guide. Oh dear. Than what I'm doing. I'm just showing some general things, really. There we go. Well, I'd have to know what it is that Leonidas is good at, oh dear, in real life in order to say that. Or in order to give you a build guide on that one. Hello? A troll... Honestly, if you're just going for the most trolly you can possibly be, then this build of the child is perfect. It is designed specifically to be incredibly toxic for PvP. It has 30 points invested. It is level 125, which I think is like the typical PvP level for this game. It has 40 endurance, so I can do the ninja flip. Provided I have the ninja flip ring equipped, which is this one. It has bonkers stamina regeneration with Mask of the Child and Chloranthy ring. Buckler and Rapier actually make it so that parries and riposts with this weapon, with this build, hurt a ton. And it's not... Gold Tracer also actually has some decent critical. It's got critical 100, whereas this one has critical 110, but whatever. Karmic Justice makes it so that anytime I get hit, I'm likely to explode. And Tranquil Walk of Peace prevents my opponents from running. Like, this build is outright designed to be toxic for PvP. I'm just trying to get a little further. Essentially, yeah. Yeah, with the Rapier, that's a one-shot. It's a two-shot with the Gold Tracer. But Gold Tracer does bleed, so Gold Tracer is better for most situations. So if you just want one that's pure toxicity, pure trollishness, build with the child. I completed this run before I actually met you guys, so. Alright, one more attempt at ONS. Really? What do you mean? Oh no. I got neumed! I hate Smoth's hitboxes. There we go. Good grief. Get back here. What do you mean slicing through the legs doesn't hit? Oh dear. Nice try. Okay. Oh my. There we go. Come on. Get down here, elevator. Hopsy daisy. I don't feel like dealing with Dark Enerlonda right now, so I'll just skip through Guinevere's dialogue and then move on. Hello? There we go. There we go. And then I go back to Firelink. And then pivot into Daughter of Chaos. Because I can't remember if how much... Hold up, how much humanity do I have on me? Oh, I've got enough. I've got more than enough. Okay. Take me down below.
This now.
Skip that. And then I warp to Daughter of Chaos. My humanity died when I started the Soul series? Damn! That was a long time ago then. Wait, why is this guy dead? Whatever. Can I change my covenant to... Okay. So we're going to do 30 here. Ah! Keep in mind, this is New Game Plus. I'm just doing this for Rowdy's sake. I have no idea what's for lunch. I did not ban trolls. Chaos Servant +2, there we go. I should be able to swap back to Gravelord Servant after this. Gravelord Servant is what I actually want. Did I tackle Ceaseless? I have no idea if I dealt with Ceaseless. Oh, I definitely dealt with Ceaseless. Okay. I never banned the word lullaby. I just said that I would not be singing anybody a lullaby. You took that idea and ran with it. You took your own headcanon and just completely went off the rails with it. We're just gonna go down this way. Do-do-do-do-do. Yes, Kay, you essentially made your own Aven headcanon. Oh my. Ow! Is this worth it? Getting this bonfire might not even be worth it. Alright, there we go. So we're going to repair everything. I don't even know that many jazz songs. I genuinely don't even know that many jazz songs. Jazz is one of those genres of music that I'm fine listening to if it comes on, but I'm not going to seek out. Okay, so I am going to quit out here. Hopefully that'll reset everything's aggro. Alright, those two are still after me, but no matter. We're gonna go down the routes. Rowdy, this is specifically for you, but for anybody else who's struggling with Tomb of the Giants, get yourself 30 humanity and give them to the Chaos Girl. Or to the Fair Lady. Chaos Servant Covenant. I have not... Even Gaius didn't really actually make me rage. Gaius was annoying. That thing right there, the one closest to the door, kill it. You kill it and it drops the sunlight maggot. There's only one per save file, so be careful. But this run's already over, so I can take off the the Mask of the Child. It is a light source. This light source is a lot more convenient for navigating Tomb of the Giants than the Skull Lantern is. So if you find yourself struggling with Tomb of the Giants, go get the Sunlight Maggot. There are two ways to reach Sunlight Maggot. you can either do what I did and get the 30 humanity, or you can go the long way around. And just in front of the Bed of Chaos boss room, there will be a second offshoot, and you can come get the loop around. Be warned, however, that if you do go the long way, there is a chance that you'll end up having to kill Solaire. Y'all are gonna think whatever you want to think, but no, I don't dream about you guys. We're gonna go back to... Let's go back to the parish. I'm just gonna buy what I can from Andre. I wouldn't eat... I'm actually not mostly asexual. I fluctuate between varying levels of pan and asexuality just day by day. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna buy all the arrows. All of your arrows are mine now. Except they're not. Okay, what else can I... actually, hold on. Purchase... That works too. But yeah, those are my tips for anybody struggling with Dark Souls 1, honestly. Get the Firekeeper Soul from New Londo Ruins. That is accessible right out the gate. You are going to die, but don't worry about it. You're not likely to have all that many souls on you anyway. Second thing... If you're struggling with Tomb of the Giants and how dark that is, go get the Sunlight Maggot. It might mean leaving Nito for last, but it's still perfectly doable. I believe I've actually answered this before. No, I have never dated anybody. And I have no interest, really. Y'all know I'm Arrow. And yes, asexuality and aromanticism are entirely different. But anyway. Tomb of the Giants, Firekeeper Soul... Tomb of the Giants also has a ring that I believe ups the amount of souls you get. I can't remember if it's the item drop one or the soul drop one that's in Sens, but the other one is in Tomb of the Giants. I'm sorry to hear that, Rowdy. I actually just went and got the Sunlight Maggot, so you might have to watch the VOD, but this is the Sunlight Maggot. It's a light source, so if you want to do Tomb of the Giants but don't want to use the Skull Lantern and don't feel like stumbling about in the dark, get the Sunlight Maggot. I just got it. And if you're okay with being at lower health than one would typically appreciate, or you just end up that low health consistently anyway, then definitely go get the Red Tearstone Ring. It's available right at the start of the game, provided you have the Master Key. Anyway, that is going to do it for today. If you're interested in anything I've done up until this point, you can check out my YouTube channel. I try to upload stuff same day, and I group my runs by playlist so they're easier to find. If you're interested in seeing my announcements, I post them to my stories here on Twitch, to YouTube, and currently also to Instagram. If you would like to see my clips in an easier fashion, I post them to YouTube and currently to Instagram. The links to all of that are in the chat now. I am actually working on a Fluxer. It apparently is it's essentially a Discord clone from the looks of it, but it's open source, which makes it better. So once I get that all set up, I'll link that in the chat as well. If you've made it this far and are curious to see where I go from here, and you aren't already following Leonidas, why not drop a follow? It takes but one button press, and you can always change your mind if you decide my content isn't for you. My rule in the chat, Kay, is don't dish it if you can't take it. No stream this weekend. Monday, I'll be starting Demon Souls Soul Arrow only. And then Wednesday, it's back to Bloodborne Lopsided with Magnifico. That's the run where I can only use guns and he can only use trick weapons. And then Thursday, I'll be starting another run of something or continuing... Well, I'll be starting a challenge run, a first playthrough, or continuing my playthrough of The Witcher 3. One of those. One of those things. We are going to be raiding Magnifico again. I just saw him go live. Looks like he's... Okay, I thought he was joking, but he's playing, Kellogg's Mission Nutrition. So, let's go say hi to him. Stay tuned if you're interested in that, I guess. That said, happy time zones, everyone. And I hope you all have an excellent day.